Is it possible to buy a life insurance if you're an undocumented immigrant here in the US? This is a question that we get all too often. In this video, we would not only answer if it's possible, we will also list what are the requirements, what are your options, and answer some of the most common questions we received when it comes to life insurance for non-US citizens. So let's begin. Yes, it is possible to buy a life insurance as an undocumented immigrant if you apply with the right company and the right agency. What we mean by that is there are so many companies out there that will underwrite your immigration status before your health. They will look at what type of visa you have, what's your country of origin, how long you've been in the US, all kinds of requirements. And only because you don't have the papers that they're looking for, they can deny your insurance. Now, this is not the case with all life insurance companies. There are a few carriers that are also A-rated, financially strong carriers that can approve your application even if you're undocumented immigrants. So what are the requirements to get coverage? What are the things that these companies will be looking for? Well, number one is you need to be physically in the US to get this insurance. There are absolutely zero exceptions here. You need to be in the US in order to get a US-based life insurance coverage. Also, you need to have some strong financial ties to the country. You cannot just come to the US for the sole purpose of buying life insurance. There must be a financial reason, some kind of a connection, so the company can justify that. And one of those connections is having a social security number or ITIN number. Now, this may not be a requirement with all companies, but it's strong signals that not only help the company identify you, make sure they verify your identity when they're running third-party data reports, but it also shows them that you're paying taxes in the US, that if you earned income, you're doing the legal thing by filing your tax returns. Another thing that the companies will require you to have, it's a US bank account. They have that requirement for two reasons. Again, one, it's identity verification, and number two is this helps them prevent money laundering. When the money comes in the US, it's verified by the bank, then the life insurance company does its own due diligence, so this is like an extra layer of protection. And then the last thing that life insurance companies will look at when underwriting you as an immigrant is your health and lifestyle. So you still need to qualify physically to be able to buy life insurance. This means that they would look at whether you use tobacco products, nicotine products, your build, meaning height, weight, cholesterol, blood pressure, blood sugar, a history of cancer, all kinds of illnesses. All of that you still need to qualify medically before they can approve your life insurance. So what are your options? Let's say you check all the boxes, you qualify for life insurance. What are your options? Which product is best for you? There are two big categories here. One is term insurance, the other one is permanent insurance. We will touch briefly on both and give you our recommendation. Term insurance is temporary coverage. It has a beginning and it has an end. Typically, term insurance is best suited for temporary needs. For example, you want to make sure that your mortgage is taken care of, or should something happen to you while the kids are little, you want to make sure that your spouse will have the income or resources to help care for them. These are what we call temporary needs, because at some point the kids will become adults. They will no longer need your financial support. the mortgage will be either paid off or close to be paying off, so the need it's not going to be there as much. There's going to be some equity in the house. That's why we call those temporary needs. And in reality, it really makes sense to cover temporary needs with a temporary insurance. The big benefit of a term life insurance is the cost. This is the most cost-effective way to buy a lot of coverage for fairly low premium. So if you're looking at the 500,000, a million, 2 million term, it's going to be your financially best cost when it comes to that much coverage. Now, in life, we don't only have temporary needs, we also have permanent needs. And that's where the second type of life insurance, the permanent product, will really be beneficial. Permanent product is something that is permanent, as the name suggests. It can be focused for your lifelong protection. This will be a product like a whole life, guaranteed universal life, or it can be a product that not only have that lifelong protection, but it also builds a little bit of cash value. And cash value, you may know, it's some money built within the policy that you can use while you are still alive. If you want to supplement your retirement, if you want to put money down on another house, help the kids, pay for your kids' wedding, whatever the case might be. So we get that question, which one should I choose, term or permanent? I don't know if I will be in the US permanently. I might be moving back. Does it make sense to purchase a permanent insurance if I'm not gonna be here? So what we tell our clients is, look at your needs. Cover temporary needs with term insurance and permanent needs with permanent insurance. You can combine those. And the good thing with life insurance, it covers you worldwide. So it doesn't matter if you are in the US or if in 10 years you decide to move back to your country of origin, the policy will still apply as long as this was not your intention when you were buying the insurance and you failed to disclose this. So this is very, very important here. So some of the most common questions we've received when it comes to life insurance for undocumented immigrants is, number one, can I still buy it? Would it somehow affect my immigration status here in the US if I buy life insurance? As we said, yes, you can buy life insurance here in the US as undocumented immigrant. If you apply with the right company, it will not have an effect on your immigration status. What if you've been denied before life insurance? It does not matter. Prior denial does not necessarily mean a new denial with a new company. What you do need to do though is you need to disclose that you have applied before for life insurance. You need to disclose the outcome and the coverage amount. The main reason for that is the companies want to make sure what will be the total amount of coverage that will be placed on you to ensure that you will not be overinsured. Another question we have is, will I pay more as a non-US citizen if compared to a US citizen? No. Companies will not have additional surcharge, visa holder or non-visa holder US citizen. It is all the same price whether you're a citizen or non-US citizen. The only difference is, as a non-US citizen or green card holder, you're limited to the amount of companies you can choose from, sometimes the product as well. But that's it. If a company approves you, they will not charge you extra because of your immigration status. Another question that we received is, can my beneficiary be someone who is also not a US citizen? And the answer to that is yes, you can name a non-US citizen as a beneficiary to your life insurance as long as they have a clear insurable interest. There is the clear connection there. For example, husband, wife, parent-child, siblings. Basically, what type of financial loss will that beneficiary experience if you were to pass away? That is something that companies looked at very closely. And I have to tell you, we've had applications that the companies just did not approve simply because the client could not confirm the strong financial connection between them and the beneficiary. So what we want you to take away from this video is that you can buy life insurance as an undocumented immigrant here in the US, as long as you have been in the country long enough, as long as you have the financial ties and connection to the country, and as long as you apply with the right company. We hope you find this video helpful. If you have any questions, if you want us to take a look at your personal circumstances, simply reach out to us. Our contact information will be below. We hope you have a great rest of your day and looking forward to working with you.